Good morning! I have just woken up and I'm feeling super inspired and excited for life, and I'm just about to go into my temple and do some meditation, and thought I would do a quick live video to say that if you currently don't meditate, if you don't have a meditation practice, then you need to get onto that. And I don't care if it's like a 10-minute meditation, half an hour, whatever. You need to start connecting into that. You need to start connecting into who you are on a deeper level than what's going on out there in the environment, out there in your mind. You need to start connecting in deeper, because you have a beautiful soul, you have a beautiful divine connection. It's just that some people access it and some people don't. But if you do, it will amp up everything for you. It will really add a lot of energy into what you're doing in any project that you're doing or any part of your day, because you're connecting into a deeper part of your consciousness, which you might not necessarily be aware of, and you might not necessarily be aware of all the layers and all the kind of stuff that's underneath what's driving what you're doing, or what's driving the sabotage that's in your life, or what's driving the behaviors and responses you have. You know, a lot of people kind of say to me as reasons why they don't meditate is that they don't know how, or their mind's too busy, or they've tried before and it hasn't worked. But, you know, I urge you strongly just to let go of those reasons and to actually start to practice, and, you know, even look on YouTube, find some tutorials on there. I've got one on my YouTube channel, which is just a 10-minute one. And just start to practice it, because it will change your life. It will change everything for you. And, you know, if you're wanting to be successful, then I strongly urge you to connect in with your energy of your soul, to connect in with the energy of the divine, because it is just going to pump up everything for you. And it's really going to give you so much more oomph in what you're doing, rather than you just kind of doing it on your own. So the more you practice it, the easier it becomes. So, like, you might find it hard at the beginning, but I guarantee you with consistency, it becomes super easy. Like for me, when I meditate, I drop in pretty much 95% of the time, I drop straight into a depth in my consciousness. So I'll sit there, I'll meditate, and I feel my consciousness expanding outwards, and lots of information is being received, lots of information is being downloaded. And if you want to be successful, it's a really good thing to do, because then you can also spend time visioning what you want to create in your life, visioning what you want to create in your world. And that's not necessarily just in business, but also in your relationships. So I'm visioning what I want in my relationships. I'm visioning what I want in what I'm working on. I'm visioning what I want in moving forward in every single area of my life. So I'm holding that vision, I'm holding that goal, I'm calling in the things I'm wanting to manifest. So it's a really practical way to remind yourself, and I do this every morning and night, is I vision and I read my goals, and I place my consciousness and I place my mind in what I want to create in that area. So if that's something you're not doing, I strongly urge you to get a practice around that and become consistent with it, because whatever we're visioning with our mind is what we're creating in our universe around us, is what we're creating in our external environment around us. Our mind is a powerhouse. It's an absolute powerhouse. And we live in this metaphysical universe of energy. So we're made up of energy. Our whole environment around us is made up of energy, and we're in constant reaction and creation with that universe. So whatever's going on here, and we've got something like 70,000 thoughts a day that's being processed through here, whatever's going on in here is creating exactly what's going on out there. It just has a bit of a time lapse most of the time. So you need to get onto that. And when you meditate and you start to connect in with divine consciousness, you start to connect in with your soul, the kind of stuff you are manifesting is amped up. The kind of stuff you are manifesting, it gets what I would call Shakti. You might not be familiar with that term, but Shakti is really strong, divine energy, divine power, the energy of the feminine. It just puts things into acceleration. It really explodes things. it really helps to ramp things up. So the more you're connecting into that, the faster your manifestation process becomes as well. If we're talking about the level and vibration of consciousness, if the higher we're vibrating, that faster that process becomes, the faster that manifesting process becomes. So when we meditate, we're moving our vibration up in that scale of consciousness. We are in constant connection with more deeper energy within ourselves. And really, you'll find that you become inspired in a whole different way when you meditate, as to oppose when you're just coming out of your mind, you're just coming out of that personality-based energy or that egoic consciousness, which egoic consciousness is not necessarily a bad thing. We all need an ego. We all need to make those decisions from a grounded place. But when you're coming from your soul, it will change the whole dynamic of your life. And it will change the ability, in my perception, the ability to be successful in what you're doing. And if you read biographies or read anything from like top leaders, they pretty much all meditate. They all have a meditation practice. You know, if you look at someone like Tony Robbins, he meditates every day. Like, there's so many people that are high up that say that it is just an absolutely essential part of their day and an essential part of their practice in being successful is to connect in, because we all have a soul. We all have divine energy, whether you want to call it God, goddess, universe, whatever, it doesn't really matter, but you need to be connecting into that. So that is my little tidbit for you today. Good morning. I'm not sure who's watching, but what I urge you to do is, maybe even right now, is to go and do a little meditation, connecting with your energy, connecting with your soul, and allow it to help you drive you forward to become successful and have the life you want. All right. Bye.